This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV. We're at the... What are you doing? All right. We're at the final press conference for Opetaia against Thompson for the IBF Cruiserweight title live on the Zone this week, Saturday, at the OVA Arena. I'm joined by still looking trim, Eddie Hearn.
And still, baby.
Can you show the viewers?
No.
Show them.
No.
Show them.
No, it's coming. I've got something I've got something planned in a few weeks, and you'll see it then. That was what I showed you earlier. Was secret. It wasn't like for you to start putting me on notice on the camera.
How many people have you sent that photo to, though?
About 4 or 5, but I've also showed about 4 or 5 people here because I'm very excited.
It looks great, to be fair.
I hope I'm an inspiration to you, brother. How's the gym going? Saw you have a couple of sessions.
Yeah, I've actually joined. I was abroad. I've actually joined the gym now. Shout out David Lloyd in Basildon.
Freebie, was it?
No, not a freebie.
No?
A discounted rate, yes.
I thought so, because you wouldn't have shouted it out otherwise, to be fair.
No, I'd shout it out anyway, to be honest with you. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Do you want to shout out anyone random that...
Everybody pays.
Forged Irish Shout. Do nothing for IFL. Let's shout them out.
Forged Irish Shout. Man like Conor McGregor. The creamiest drop in the land. Got a big party tonight, actually, I think I've got to go to with Conor.
Yeah, that's why I shouted it out.
Stage front, premier ticket outlet in the UK and worldwide now as well. Recently involved in the Zone deal as well in Japan. Betfred as well, our long-standing partnership. Fred Doan, legend of the sport. Gamble responsibly all time, but always with Betfred. Also, World Snooker partner as well. Tasman Fighters, not a sponsor, but our partner with Jai Opetaia, of course. The Zone. What can I say? Thank you very much. And on we go for Saturday. Thank you for that.
I watched your interview yesterday with Joe. With obviously the IFL one with Joe Pugh, and you were like banging on about like how like your schedule between now and Christmas is like unrivaled. But do you know what I did notice in that? Yeah, you dropped in like the fights obviously confirmed, but then half of it was made up by potentials that may or may not happen.
What are you talking about? What? No. What potential?
Hold on. First of all, Benn-Eubank and AJ all fighting.
No, I said no. What I did was I ran through the schedule and then I said, and you may even be able to add Benn-Eubank.
You know what you're doing.
Don't try and stitch me up. I'm going to tell you one thing now. All I ask you to do is write it down on a piece of paper. Go through every single outlet, every single promoter, and make a list. Do it as your homework tonight. Get down and say, okay, Matchroom DAZN, Queensbury TNT, Sky Sports and Boxer. And you can do the international ones if you want. That's not a problem either. And write down, from now till the end of the year, the confirmed schedule, not the one that might happen, the confirmed schedule. If you don't look at that and say Matchroom are running rings around the opposition, then 1, don't bother coming into school tomorrow and handing your homework in, and 2, don't even talk to me. Because I know I'm a little bit arrogant sometimes, and I know that I talk and waffle, and that's my job. But let's be real. Cannot lace our boots. It is unbelievable, KUGAN. This fight you got this weekend, this isn't really even a big card. It's a World Championship doubleheader with the #1 cruiserweight in the world against an unbeaten Brit. 2 explosive, massive punches. It's going to be a great fight. Next week, what about Wood against Warrington? Unbelievable. You're talking about 2 two-time world champions. 1 from Nottingham, 1 from Leeds. Warrington looking to become a 3-division world champion. Rammed out in the Sheffield Arena. Then, and I'll tell you this is not my show, KSI against Logan Paul. By the way, shout out to Calla and Mams Taylor. That card is, I'm not even really a Misfits guy, but that card is unbelievable. Look at Parsons in the back having an orgasm over the Misfits card because he's about 11, right? But then you go on to Catterall against Linares. We've done nearly 7,000 for that already. Massive, massive card. The week after that, we're in Mexico, Cancun. You coming, boy? Eduardo Hernandez against O'Shaki Foster for the WBC Super Featherweight World title.
What date is that on?
October the 28th.
Okay. Fury's fighting Ghana on that date.
The week after that, you might as well throw in Joe Caldina defending his IBF World title in Monaco because the winners are going to fight the winners. November 11 will be a show. And November the 18th, we're back on the plane to Los Angeles for Diego Pacheco against Caceres. The homecoming of what I believe is going to be the biggest star in the 168-pound, 175-pound division in American and worldwide boxing. The week after that, the small matter of a sold-out free arena for Chantel Cameron defending against Katie Taylor for the Undisputed Championship in a massive, massive rematch. December 2nd will also be a show.
Where?
In the UK. And December 9 will be the undisputed lightweight world champion Devin Haney against the current WBC 140-pound champion Regis Prograis. one of the best fights in the year, back to the Bay Area, San Francisco, with a massive fight for a first in a long time. And we might as well stay in America, because you know what, the week after that is Sonny Edwards against Bam Rodriguez, right? And after that, December 23, I'll call it now. I'll call Benn-Eubank, December 23. I'm not including it in the schedule right now, but I am calling it. And I will say it again, globally, UK. And this not even a competition.
I'll put a bet right now, December 23rd, that fight don't happen.
What, Benn-Eubank?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a bet.
We'll have a little cheeky, little 50 quid?
We had a bet before.
We'll have a little 50 quid.
Okay.
£50.
Done.
And you'll pay me on camera.
Yeah.
That Benn-Eubank does not happen on December 23rd.
Well, what about December? Do I get December? What if we end up doing it on a Friday night and I get mugged off for 50 quid?
All right, in December.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the deal.
Do you know what? Make it 100 quid. Go on. Okay.
What we'll do is, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll make it 500 quid. And the loser has to donate to a charity or of a cause of the other person's wish.
Mate, can I just say one thing, yeah? I'd love to,
step
yeah?
up and give it
no,
the big
no,
one,
hold
boy.
on,
Don't
hold on,
come
hold on,
into
hold
the
on.
room, right, with
Hold on.
greatness
I called
and
the bet
start
on.
telling
I
me-
called the bet on. So
Okay.
I increased it from 50 to 100.
How far will you go?
You're a multi-millionaire.
How far will you go?
100 quid.
250.
£100.
Okay. But I'll tell you what we'll do. It's £100 for you, but it's 500 for me.
Go on then.
Right?
All right, charity of your
I
choice.
don't deliver this fight. 500, not my choice, your choice. I'm giving you 5 to 1, boy.
Fair enough. You will pay £500 to a charity of my choice. I will give £100 to a charity of your choice.
The worst deal I've ever done, but at the moment we're on absolute fire. I would never doubt me. When would you not back me?
Oh, listen, I hope you pull it off.
Because that's the question, really. Like, I know you try and be a little bit like, oh, I sit on the fence, I don't really do it. If someone said to you, right, if someone had you in a room and said, we need the truth out of you, KUGAN CASSIUS, this mad boxing world, you've got all these players, you've got all these promoters, you're going to back one chappie. Who's it going to be?
What do you think I'm going to start doing now? Like, what do you think I'm going to start doing now?
Come on, man, the caffeine is through the level.
Listen. All right, well, listen. Let's move away, obviously.
Come on, mate, see you later. No, we've got to talk about the show.
We've got to talk about the show. But anyway, Ellie Scotland defending her world title on the card. George Liddard, Maisie Rose, Rhiannon Dixon, Chev Clark. Yes.
Jimmy Sainz making his pro debut. It's a great card. I mean, let's just quickly, because we brushed over it, talk about a fantastic cruiserweight matchup. Jai Opetaia, the #1 cruiserweight in the world. You saw him in a tremendous fight beating Maris Bradis. Jordan Thompson, shot to nothing, but a great athlete, huge puncher. Huge cruiserweight. What a chance for a British fighter on home soil. Chev Clark in a tremendous fight against Vasil Duka as well. See if he's ready to step up to the big boys. Ellie Scotland defending her world title. As you said, Rhiannon Dixon against Katrina Thandas for the European title. Jimmy Sainz making his pro debut. Ibrahim Suleiman over there. Shannon Ryan as well. Maisie Rose Courtney. George Liddard. It's going to be a good night, actually. The whole of Essex is coming, by the way, with Jimmy Sainz. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Even my daughter, I think, she turned around to me the other day. She went, do you promote Jimmy Sainz? I went, yeah, I do. Oh, I'm going on Saturday to his fight. I went, it's my fight. What are you talking about? So, yeah.
Wow. Shout out Jimmy Sainz. Eddie, Anthony Joshua, I see you being more coy and coyer when you're answering questions about what's going to happen. That obviously means to me that something's going to happen.
Boy, really, I mean, we're spinning plates, as we always do. You know what we want to do. We want to fight Deontay Wilder. That was supposed to happen in January. We accepted the offer. We know it's not materialised now, but
Because
it was made by someone that couldn't deliver the fight at that time. It's all right. That happens. We'd agreed. Wilder had agreed. Now we're talking to other sites about that fight in February or March, and that's still the plan. Very much the plan. Now the other plan is: do we fight in December? And that's something we got to decide, quite honestly, next week, because it's not that far away. So AJ needs to get into camp if he's going to fight in December. He may just wait for the big fight in February or March. But he also wants to fight and stay active, so we'll have to see.
where would you fit that in, though?
In
December, yeah, where?
We've got December 2nd, it's going to be a show. We've got December 23rd, which is a show definitely happening. And December 9 and 16 locked in, so it's 2 or 23 or 30.
You're penciling in your Eubank and Ben fight for that.
We're doing both on the same night.
Tyson Fury and Usyk. I know I've heard you made some comments about you don't really know where that situation is.
What?
Well, like, obviously he's fighting. We know he's fighting.
I don't represent either.
I know, but you always hear stuff.
You're asking me to speculate, so you can put one of your silly titles on the video, going, Hearn says Fury is scared of Usyk, even though I didn't really say it. So I understand that talks are ongoing between that fight happening, but I've probably heard the same as you. So, KUGAN CASSIUS, what is your current opinion and what have you heard regarding the Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk matchup?
I only hear what you say, or whatever, like any other outlet says, or any other promoter says, or whatever. I'm just asking you, but you're an insider.
He has to get past Francis Ngannou first, and we saw him in the gym this week. It's going to be a tough test.
What did you make of that pad work? Everyone's talking about his pad work.
It's a great event. It's going to be, yeah.
What? Just say it.
I'm looking forward to the event.
So why are you holding back?
I'm just being respectful. I mean, you're not talking about a YouTuber. You're talking about a guy that is the UFC heavyweight champion. So, but unfortunately, he's fighting arguably the number one heavyweight in the world, and he's never ever had a professional fight before, and he actually can't really box at any kind of level other than, I mean, just to put it into context, I don't think Francis Ngannou, no, he wouldn't win an area title. He wouldn't win if he was from Lewisham, he wouldn't win the Southern area title.
Probably a bit harsh, but
I mean, who's the current Southern Area champion? Johnny Fisher. Do you think Francis Ngannou would beat Johnny? There's no disrespect to Francis Ngannou. It wouldn't go around. And he's fighting the best heavyweight in the world. But it's a great event. UFC champ. I get it. It's going to do great numbers, and I think it's fun.
Last one before I let you go. Simon Jordan's laid into Frank Smith.
Oh, no. Great. I love it. Listen. Frank Smith's getting so much stick at the moment. I think it's fantastic. Can everybody please keep applying the stick to Frank Smith? I knew what he was trying to say. I don't think he delivered it very well at all. But
Carl Froch's weighing as well.
Yeah, but it's good because in the 6 or 7 years that he's been doing interviews, and it's only really lately he's been getting a little bit too big for himself. Do you know what I mean? Doing all these interviews. Yeah, he's this, he's that. Now it's backfired a little bit. It only lasts, I know, he says a couple of days. I hope it lasts more like a couple of months. I've had no stick. It's unbelievable because you know that the plan is Frank Smith is obviously going to take over Matchroom Boxing at some time because I'm going to step away and slide off down a beach with a la-di-da and say thank you, it's been emotional. But this is great for Frank Smith's character because he's it's never, every time you tweet, abuse. I've had it for 13, 14 years. And in the end, it's never nice, but it's just like, it's how we're built. Let's see if Frank Smith's making that same stuff. So keep the pressure on. And Frank Smith's a genuine good bloke. I knew what he was trying to say, but he just delivered it terribly. He knows that. But it's okay.
I'm sure Frank loves a builder, doesn't he?
Well, he does. And also, I think more than anything, Frank understands the market. We know who our audience are and we respect them. But going back to the other thing, Frank said to me, I said, you're right. Because it is like all jokes apart, we talk about like online abuse and stuff like that. For the wrong person, it's really hard to take. I mean, don't want to say it too loud because he's behind you, but Charlie Parsons obviously takes his stick really badly. You know that he once spent 4 days in Cirencester. He refused to come out of his room because some bloke from Twitter said that he had terrible shoes or hair or something like that. So, and I said to Frank, you're right, like just checking in as you do as a mate. You're right, like jokes aside, are you okay? He's like, yeah. Probably be over in a couple of days. I went, oh no, I want this to go, I think more like a couple of months. So it's no problem to people out there. Let's see how tough he is.
All right, Eddie, you've got a queue of people waiting to speak to you. Have you got anything else you'd just like to add before we...
I would like to say to people out there, get out, live a healthy lifestyle, do exercise, and watch how it can change your life, benefit your life, fill you with more energy, and overall make you just look unbelievable.
Rate yourself out of 10.
Rate myself out of 10, 47.
No, genuinely out of 10.
Genuinely out of 10, 47. It's time to love yourself. And when you get in this kind of nick and you feel so unbelievable when you look in the mirror, 47 out of 10. Give me 7 weeks, I'll be a 93.
We ain't seen anything though. We're just... I have, yeah.
The other thing I was going to say to you was tonight at 6 p.m, we reopened the Lynn Boxing Club. Very important to us. One of the biggest and best clubs in London, has been shut for a long time. Construction work underway, 90-80% complete, but the doors reopen tonight to the public. So get down there, support Lynn ABC, support your local boxing club, and also don't forget 10 o'clock on Saturday. These Fight Day 5Ks are getting really big now. Saturday we're in Hyde Park for a big one. So join us at Hyde Park, 10 a.m.
Are you doing
Saturday.
it?
I'll be there. Fight Day 5K. I've got a new pair of shoes. You wouldn't know about it because you don't do it, but we got the cheat codes. I got the pink. Yeah. I'm gonna beat you on Saturday. I mean it. Little fucker.
He's like 14. Calm
That's
down.
what I said. When Parsons beat me in Orlando, he's like, yeah, I beat you. And I thought, hang on, you're 12, I'm 44. I'm also 6'5", 105 kilos, and when you carry this much muscle, cardiovascularly, it is difficult.
You should let him win though, Charlie, as you were in his pocket, obviously.
Oh, hey!
Saying.
Do you know why I was so
I'm in your
slow?
pocket, apparently.
Do you know why I was so slow in Orlando? Because I had Parsons in my pocket. I had to carry him the whole way around.
I've got to correct you on something from your interview quickly the other day you did with Colin, actually, regarding the Joe Joyce fight.
Yeah. You spoke to me about it.
Yeah, I spoke to you about it.
Listen, credit, fair's where fair's due, credit, whatever it is. I said, Frank Warren said, he said Joe Joyce should retire.
He didn't say that.
He didn't. He said he might retire.
Yeah.
So, Frank, I apologise. I wasn't asked to apologise, as you know.
No, I know, but you should address it because... No, I said you did say it wasn't accurate.
And if I'm not accurate, which is only rarely, I think that's once in 14 years, I apologise. Let's have a bite to eat soon.
Eddie Hearn, thank you very much.